Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and you're watching Step Ladder, and I hope that you all are doing fine and good. And if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my channel right now so that you'll receive the amazing contents and videos that I will be uploading in my YouTube channel. And in this whole session, we will be seeing the part 6 of your NCERT class 10th CBSE chemistry part from your class 10th science textbook, that is from your chapter 1, which is your chemical reactions and equations. Fine. Okay guys, without much delay, let's start our today's video. So in this whole session, we will be learning about your double displacement reaction, which is your double replacement reaction. Fine. So in this session, we are going to learn about your double displacement reaction, which is your fourth type of chemical reaction in your textbook. And this double displacement reaction can also be called as your double replacement reaction. So this type of chemical reaction, it is similar to your displacement reaction, but the only difference here is two times displacement takes place in your double displacement reaction. So that is the only difference between your displacement and double displacement reaction. So remember that we often call this double displacement reaction as your DD reaction. So why we call it as DD reaction? Because here two times decomposition happens, right? So you will be like, it is double displacement reaction and you're saying decomposition. So pay attention that double time, that is two times decomposition is happening. Fine. So this is your double displacement reaction, and also the another name or the another terminology that we use to refer double displacement or replacement reaction is double decomposition reaction. So in a double displacement reaction, two compounds will be there or two aqueous solution will be there, and the ions, they exchange in the aqueous solution. For example, let me read the definition here. In a double displacement or replacement reaction, the cations and anions of two compounds switch places. So from here you can see in the image that AB combining with CD. So here in the end product you can see that AD plus CB. So here in AB, D has replaced the place of B in the aqueous solution AB, and B goes to the place of D in the aqueous solution CD. So this is your double displacement reaction, which means two times displacement takes place, while in your single displacement reaction only one ion will change its position or it will replace the another element or metal. So this is your double displacement reaction. So remember that the cations and anions are your ions. Fine. Ions, in the sense they are a group of atoms that carries out charge. So these are called as your ions, and there are two ions, that is positive ions and negative ions. Your cations are positive ions and anions are negative ions. So you have electrodes, right? Your electrical rods. So in that electrodes you have cathode and anode. So your cathode is negative because it attracts positive ions, which are your cations, and your anode are positive because it attracts negative ions, that is your anions. Fine. So here you can observe that A and C are cations, which are positively charged ions, and B and D are anions, which are negatively charged ions. So here I have given an equation as an example for your double displacement reaction, that is AgNO3 on combining with NaCl. So AgNO3 is nothing but it is your silver nitrate, and NaCl, which is your sodium chloride, will give, after the chemical reaction, here the end product is AgCl and NaNO3, that is your silver chloride plus sodium nitrate. So here you can observe that in the place of NO3, Cl replaces NO3 in the place of in the aqua solution AgNO3, and in the place of NaCl, NO3 goes and it settles with sodium to form sodium nitrate, and this is a best example for your double replacement or displacement reaction. And I hope that you understood what is your displacement, that is your double displacement reaction or replacement reaction. So let me move on with the next topic in this session. So I have added an image here so that you will understand more better, or you will have a better picture about this double replacement or displacement reaction. So please have a look on it. Now let's move with the activities that are given in your NCERT textbook to make you understand better about your double displacement reaction. So let us see activity 1.10. So this activity basically helps you understand more better about your double displacement reaction, which is your double replacement reaction. So in this activity 1.10, you can understand that this activity deals with the formation of your barium sulfate and sodium chloride. So here you can observe that the end product is your barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Fine. So let us see what are the required materials to perform this activity 1.10. So here the required materials to perform this activity 1.10 are 3 ml of sodium sulfate, 2 test tubes, and 3 ml of barium chloride solution. So these are the 4 required materials to perform this activity 1.10. Now let us see what are the steps that are involved to perform this activity 1.10. So the first step involved to perform this activity here is, first you should take about 3 ml of sodium sulfate solution in a test tube, and the second step here is in another test tube. So you should take another test tube, and in that test tube you should add 3 ml of barium chloride solution. Now mix the two solutions. Fine. So mix both the solutions together and combine it. And now let us see what do we actually observe from this. So from this picture, I guess you can understand that we are combining both the solutions together from one test tube to the other. So we will observe that a white substance which is insoluble in water is formed. So after mixing both the solutions together in a test tube, you will find a white substance which is insoluble in water. Insoluble in the sense it is not soluble, it does not dissolve in the water, and you do not get a fine particle. Fine. So that is the meaning of insoluble. Fine. So that white substance is insoluble in water, and this forms when you combine both the solutions together. This insoluble substance formed is known as your precipitate. Fine. So the solid substance which is insoluble in water, that particular substance is known as your precipitate. And if there is a precipitate in your chemical reaction, then this type of chemical reaction, that is this type of double displacement reaction, is called as your precipitation reaction. See, actually precipitation reaction is a reaction, is a chemical reaction in which a precipitate takes place, or a precipitate forms in the whole reaction. That is a solid substance which cannot be dissolved. It is an insoluble salt. Fine. So your precipitation reaction, it is a type of your double displacement reaction, and also you can call double displacement reaction as precipitation reaction too. Fine. So let us see the equation here. you have the equation for this activity, that is Na2SO4, which is your aqueous solution, which is your sodium sulfate, on combining, on mixing with your barium chloride, that is BaCl2, which is also your aqueous solution, will give you the end products barium sulfate, which is BaSO4, which is solid in state, and 2NaCl, which is your sodium chloride, which is your aqueous solution. And I hope that this activity is clearly understood for you all. So let me move on with the next topic. Now let us see what causes this. So what makes a precipitate actually? The white precipitate, that is your barium sulfate. So precipitate in the sense it should be solid in state. Remember that precipitates are always solid. So the white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed by the reaction of SO4 2 minus and Ba2 plus. Fine. So it is formed due to the reaction of your sulfate and your barium, that is SO2 minus 4 and Ba2 plus. Fine. The other product formed is your sodium chloride. So other than your barium sulfate, we have another product in this activity, in this equation, that is your sodium chloride, which remains in the solution. So the precipitate which is solid in state, that is your barium sulfate, but the sodium chloride remains in the solution itself as it is liquid. Fine, as it gets mixed with the solution. Such reactions in which there is an exchange of ions between the reactants are called double displacement reaction. So as I said before, your double displacement reaction is a type of reaction in which the ions exchange their place between their reactants or between their aqueous solution or compounds itself. Now you have few questions here, so you can have a look at these questions. So you can just try out the activity 1.2 again, where you have mixed the solutions of lead, nitrate and potassium iodide, and 3 questions are asked here, that is, what was the color of the precipitate form? Can you name the compound precipitator? Write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. Is this also a double displacement reaction? So these are the questions asked here. You all guys can try out these 3 questions. So these 3 questions are very simple. So remember that this is a very important point to remember. Your double displacement reaction is not an redox reaction. Remember, it is not an redox reaction at all. So if any question is asked, which type of reaction is not an redox reaction, the answer should be your double displacement reaction, that is your DD reaction. Now let's move on with the next topic. I guess you all understood till this. So let me move on with the next topic. Now let us see what are the other terms or other names, the terminology that we use to refer your double displacement reaction. So your double displacement reaction has many names. That is, you can call it as double replacement reaction, metathesis reaction, or salt metathesis reaction, precipitation reaction, or double decomposition reaction. So these are some terms that we use to refer your double displacement reaction, and these terms are also very important. Maybe these questions can be asked in your board examinations, so please be thorough with these terms also that we use to refer your double displacement reaction. I guess until this you all are clear about the concept that we are learning today. So let's move on with the next topic in this session. So these are some examples for your double displacement reaction. So let us see what are they. That is, the first example here is your AgNO3, that is your aqueous solution, on combining with your sodium chloride, which is your aqueous solution, will give you AgCl, which is solid in state, and NaNO3, that is your aqueous solution. So this is an example for your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. Now let us see the second example here, that is your BaCl2, which is your barium chloride, that is aqueous solution, on combining with your copper sulfate, which is your CuSO4, that is also your aqueous solution, will give you the end product here as BaSO4, that is your barium sulfate, which is solid in state, and CuCl2, which is your aqueous solution. Fine. So this is a second example of your double displacement reaction. As you can observe here, the ions exchange among their aqueous solution or among their reactants or compounds. So here 2 times decomposition or displacement takes place, hence this reaction is called as your double displacement reaction. Fine. So let us see the third example here, that is your PbNO3, which is your lead nitrate, that is your aqueous solution, on combining with your Na2SO4, that is your sodium sulfate, which is also your aqueous solution, is gonna give you the products PbSO4, which is solid in state, and 2NaNO3, which is your aqueous solution. So here the end product here are your PbSO4, which is your lead sulfate, and 2NaNO3, that is your sodium nitrate. So here you can observe that the double displacement reaction has taken place. Fine. So there is an replacement or a displacement of the ions among their compounds or in their aqueous solution, right? So this kind of reaction is your DD reaction. Now let us see some more examples. So CuSO4, which is your aqueous solution, that is your copper sulfate, on combining with H2S, that is your hydrogen sulfide, that is your gas, will give you CuS, that is your solid in state, and H2SO4, which is your sulfuric acid, which is aqueous solution, So this is also an example for your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. PbNO3 the whole 2, that is your aqueous solution, on combining with your 2NaI, that is your aqueous solution, that is lead nitrate combining with your sodium iodide, will give you lead iodide and sodium nitrate. So here also the replacement of ions has taken place. You can observe, I guess, PbI2, that is your lead iodide, which is solid in state, and 2NaNO3, that is your aqueous solution, are the end products here. Now let's see some other examples. COCl2, which is your aqueous solution, on combining with Na2CO3, which is your aqueous solution, will give you COCO3, that is your aqueous solution, and 2NaCl aqueous solution, that is your sodium chloride. And this is also an example for your double displacement reaction. Now you can just have a look at all these examples for a minute so that you will understand more about this double displacement reaction. Okay, so these are some examples for your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. So if you know some examples like this, reaction is going to be super easy. So please be thorough with the definition of the reaction and understand the reaction first, and also you should be knowing at least few examples of this reaction so that you can understand this reaction more better. So please have a look at these 6 examples. Okay, so I guess that I can move with the next topic of this session. Now let us see what are the types of double displacement reactions. So as we have seen before that, we saw some terminology that we use to refer double displacement reaction, but now we are going to see what are the types of double displacement reaction. So there are two main types of double displacement reaction, that is your precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. So precipitation reaction is another name that we use to refer your double displacement reaction, right? So these are your two main types of double displacement reaction. Now let us see what is your precipitation reaction. So from the word precipitation itself, you can understand that that should be a precipitate. A precipitate is a solid, insoluble substance. Fine. So let me tell you the definition of precipitation reaction. A precipitation reaction is a reaction in which an insoluble salt is formed when two solutions containing soluble salts they combine together. So it is your double displacement reaction, but in this type of reaction, what is the difference here is there will be a precipitate in the reaction in your double displacement reaction. So that is the only difference in your precipitation reaction. So the insoluble salt that falls out of the solution is known as your precipitate. So that insoluble salt that gets out of the solution is known as your precipitate, and hence this reaction is known as your precipitation reaction. So this is your first main type of DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. So remember that precipitation reaction is just a part, or it is just a type of your double displacement reaction, okay? And basically your precipitation reaction is another name for your double displacement reaction, as well as this precipitation reaction is exothermic in nature. That is, it is an exothermic reaction. So exothermic means, from the word exo you can understand outside, thermic means heat. So in this type of precipitation reaction, heat is evolved, heat is released out. Hence this precipitation reaction is exothermic reaction, and also your double displacement reaction is also an exothermic reaction. But your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction, is not an redox reaction. So remember that it is not an redox reaction. And these types are also not redox in nature, that is they do not have reduction and oxidation process in their reactions. Fine. Now let us see some examples for your precipitation reaction. So I have inserted an image here so that you can understand more better about the precipitation reaction. So please have a look on it. Okay, so I guess that you all understood this precipitation reaction well, and I hope that it was clear. So let me move on with the examples of this reaction. So these are few examples of your precipitation reaction. So let us see the examples one by one. So the first example here is your copper sulfate, that is your CuSO4, on combining with your sodium hydroxide, that is 2NaOH, will give you Na2SO4 plus CuOH2, that is your copper hydroxide, and sodium sulfate. So this is an first example of your precipitation reaction, and here you can observe that there is a precipitate in each of the examples as well as in each of the equations here. Fine. Let us see the second example. Na2SO4, that is your sodium sulfate, on combining with your strontium chloride, that is your SrCl2, will give you 2NaCl, that is your sodium chloride, and strontium sulfate, that is SrSO4. So here also you can observe that is a precipitate in this reaction, hence this is a precipitation reaction. Now let us see the third example here, that is your silver nitrate, which is AgNO3, on combining with your sodium chloride, that is your NaCl, will give you NaNO3, that is your sodium nitrate, and silver chloride, that is your AgCl. Now let us see the last example given here, that is your cadmium sulfate, that is CdSO4, on combining with potassium sulfide, that is K2S, will give you K2SO4, that is your potassium sulfate, and cadmium sulfide. So these are some examples for your precipitation reaction, and I hope that you all understood very better about this precipitation reaction and what are the examples and its definition. So let me move on with the next topic in this session, that is let's see what is your neutralization reaction, which is your second main type of DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. So basically your neutralization reaction is also exothermic in nature, that is, it is an exothermic reaction. As I said before, when I was teaching you precipitation reaction itself, I guess you all must have learned this neutralization reaction already, right? The name is somewhat you are like you know this name already. I guess you all have learned this already in your grade 7, right? Neutralization reaction. That is metal oxide. You have learned already in your acid, base, salt lesson, right? Acids, bases and salt lesson in your grade 7th. Okay, so this is an easy type of and very simple reaction. That is, in your neutralization reaction, which is basically nothing but it is acid plus base will give you salt plus water, and heat is also evolved, so plus heat is also there in this equation. So this is the equation for your neutralization reaction, that is acids plus base will give you salt plus water plus heat. So here you can observe that heat is released, hence your neutralization reaction is exothermic reaction in nature. Fine. So this is like a criteria, like if something is there in this form, if any equation you find out to be in this form that I just said before, it means it is a neutralization reaction, which is basically your double displacement reaction. Fine. So let us see what is actually your neutralization reaction. Let us see the definition for your neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction or neutralization is a chemical reaction in which acid and a base react quantitatively with each other in a reaction in water. Neutralization results in there being no excess of hydrogen or hydroxide ions present in the solution. So in this reaction, remember that there is no excess hydrogen or hydroxide ions present in the solution. So this is actually a clue to find out your neutralization reaction. So I guess that you all understood what is neutralization reaction and the definition of your neutralization reaction. So let us see some examples for your neutralization reaction. So these are some examples for your neutralization reaction. So let us see them. HCl, that is your hydrochloric acid, that is an aqua solution, on combining with your sodium hydroxide, which is also your aqua solution, that is NaOH, will give you the end products, that is sodium chloride plus H2O, that is water, which is liquid in state, and your sodium chloride, which is an aqueous solution, that is NaCl. So from this equation, from this example, you can clearly find out, you can clearly figure out that this is a neutralization reaction, as here you can observe that hydrochloric acid, which is acid, on combining with sodium hydroxide, that is your base, it means that it is acid plus base, so it is in that form, it means that it is your neutralization reaction. So this is a clue, and also water is also there in the end product side. Fine. So this is your neutralization reaction, and this is also a trick to find your neutralization reaction, which is basically your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. Okay, now let us see the second example here, that is your nitric acid, which is your aqua solution, that is HNO3, that is HNO3, on combining with your KOH, that is also your aqua solution, which is your potassium hydroxide, will give you the end product KNO3, that is aqua solution, which is your potassium nitrate, plus water, that is liquid in state, that is your H2O. So here also you can clearly observe that an acid reacts with your base to form the salt, and it forms the water also, as well as heat is also evolved or released here, hence this is exothermic reaction. Fine. So your neutralization reaction is exothermic reaction, and this type of neutralization reaction is basically your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. So I guess you all understood the examples as well as the definition of your neutralization reaction, which is your second main type of your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. Now let's move on with the next topic here. So basically, as I said before, double displacement reactions are generally exothermic reaction and they are not redox reaction. So this is an important note. So you should just note it down in your notebook so that it will be very helpful for you. Now let us see a GIF so that you can understand this double displacement reaction better. So you will get a better picture, better idea about this double displacement or replacement reaction. So, and for that reason only I have added a GIF here. So let's see that. So as you can observe here from this GIF that your silver nitrate, that is your aqueous solution, that is your AgNO3, reacts with your KCl, that is your aqueous solution, that is your potassium chloride, will give you the end product as your silver chloride, that is solid in state. So here you can observe that in the place of NO3, at the end product side, Cl takes the place of your NO3 and NO3 goes to the place of Cl, and this is an example for your double displacement reaction, that is AgCl, that is solid, and KNO3, that is your potassium nitrate, which is aqueous solution, are your end products in this equation and in this example. So this is an best example, as I said before also and I am saying now also. This is an best example of your displacement, that is your double displacement reaction, and I hope that you understood the whole session very well and the session was super clear and easy and simple. And if this video was very helpful, informative to you and useful also, then please like this video, please share with your friends, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment it in the comment section so that I can clarify all your doubts, so that I can revert them all back. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you can receive all kinds of notifications from my channel that I will be uploading in my YouTube channel. And please do not forget to subscribe my channel so that you'll receive all the informative videos, notifications, interesting videos, useful videos, helpful videos, and amazing contents and notifications that I will be uploading in my YouTube channel. So please do not forget to subscribe, because your one subscription is gonna make a lot for me. So if you're gonna subscribe my channel, you're gonna enjoy more videos and you're gonna get helpful videos and informative videos. Fine. And please do not forget to like, share and comment, and please subscribe my channel. And today I have just 2 questions for you guys as homework. That is, your first question is give some examples for your DD reaction, that is your double displacement reaction. And the second question is your double displacement reaction a redox reaction or not, and why? So this is your second question. So I guess that this question is super easy and very simple, like you can just complete this question within a minute. If so, please complete this homework and please post it in the comment section. I'll check all your answers and revert them back. Okay guys, meet you all in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care, stay tuned. Please like, share and comment the video, and please do not forget to subscribe, and I will be back with the part 7 of this NCERT chemistry series. Until then, bye bye, take care.